Hello everyone, in this video, only the verses and an overview of Sirach 28 will be read to you. A separate video with a verse-by-verse commentary will be released later. Overview of Sirach chapter 28. The dangers of anger and revenge. The chapter begins by warning against the dangers of anger and revenge. The author states that those who seek vengeance will themselves be punished by God. He also argues that anger is a destructive force that can lead to sin and death. The importance of forgiveness. The chapter then goes on to emphasize the importance of forgiveness. The author argues that those who forgive others will themselves be forgiven by God. He also states that forgiveness is essential for maintaining peace and harmony in relationships. The power of words. The chapter concludes by warning against the power of words. The author states that words can be used to build up or tear down, and that they should be used carefully. He also argues that gossip and slander are particularly destructive, and that those who engage in these activities will be punished by God. Overall, Sirach chapter 28 is a powerful message about the importance of forgiveness, peace, and harmony. The chapter provides valuable insights into the human condition, and it offers a path to a better life. In addition to the overview mentioned earlier, a Catholic biblical scholar might also point out the following. The chapter is written in the form of wisdom literature, which is a genre of literature that seeks to impart wisdom and instruction. The author of the chapter is likely a Jewish sage who lived in the Second Temple period, 516 to 70 BCE. The chapter reflects the author's concern for social justice and his belief in the importance of community. The chapter's message is still relevant today, as it speaks to the human tendency to anger, revenge, and gossip. Sirach chapter 28 is a valuable resource for anyone who seeks to live a life of wisdom, peace, and harmony. The chapter's message is timeless, and it can help us to build better relationships and create a more just and peaceful world. Sirach 28 verses 1 to 11. 1. The vengeful will face the Lord's vengeance, indeed he remembers their sins in detail. 2. Forgive your neighbor the wrong done to you, then when you pray, your own sins will be forgiven. 3. Does anyone nourish anger against another and expect healing from the Lord? 4. Can one refuse mercy to a sinner like oneself, yet seek pardon for one's own sins? 5. If a mere mortal cherishes wrath, who will forgive his sins? 6. Remember your last days and set enmity aside, remember death and decay, and cease from sin. 7. Remember the commandments and do not be angry with your neighbor, remember the covenant of the Most High, and overlook faults. 8. Avoid strife and your sins will be fewer, for the hot-tempered kindle strife. 9. The sinner disrupts friendships and sows discord among those who are at peace. 10. The more the wood, the greater the fire, the more the cruelty, the fiercer the strife, the greater the strength, the sterner the anger, the greater the wealth, the greater the wrath. 11. Pitch and resin make fire flare up, and a hasty quarrel provokes bloodshed. Sirach 28 verses 12 to 19. The evil tongue. 12. If you blow on a spark, it turns into flame, if you spit on it, it dies out, yet both you do with your mouth. 13. Cursed be gossips and the double-tongued, for they destroy the peace of many. 14. A meddlesome tongue subverts many, and makes them refugees among peoples. It destroys strong cities, and overthrows the houses of the great. 15. A meddlesome tongue drives virtuous women from their homes, and robs them of the fruit of their toil. 16. Whoever heed it will find no rest, nor will they dwell in peace. 17. A blow from a whip raises a welt, but a blow from the tongue will break bones. 18. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not as many as by the tongue. 19. Happy the one who is sheltered from it, and has not endured its wrath, who has not borne its yoke, nor been bound with its chains. Sirach 28 verses 20 to 26. 20. For its yoke is a yoke of iron, and its chains are chains of bronze. 21. The death it inflicts is an evil death, even Sheol is preferable to it. 22. It will have no power over the godly, nor will they be burned in its flame. 23. But those who forsake the Lord will fall victim to it, as it burns among them unquenchably, it will hurl itself against them like a lion, and like a leopard, it will tear them to pieces. 24. As you fence in your property with thorns, so make a door and a bolt for your mouth. 25. As you lock up your silver and gold, so make balances and scales for your words. 26. Take care not to slip by your tongue and fall victim to one lying in ambush. Thank you for viewing. Join us on June 26 via the Zoom session when we will go through a verse-by-verse commentary on Sirach 28 and to reflect on its wisdom. May God bless you always. Email word_of_God_LRBM@yahoo.com for more information.